So here is the Tillis Park 2025 P12 race. Sorry for the late upload. And here we go again.
Are you talking to me?
So just kind of starting off the race. Everyone getting their bearings. Nothing going on quite yet. The pavement is wonderful, as everybody knows. And we'll be speeding up some of it to really go through the race. I think the teams represented, CycleX has 6 or 7, Cheney Windows, Pastaria, 4 or 5, Maplewood has 3, and then there's a few individuals. And of course Road Crew has 5 or 6. Maplewood, we had 3 of us, myself, Owen, and Alex. So starting out just kind of a little strung out. Always trying to find the best line through that cracked and pothole filled pavement. I think you'll see the first attack coming up about right here. Or maybe not quite. Yeah, you can kind of see it up the road starting to form. A little stretched out. But it does come back together before allowing some separation that you can see up the road. And there's 3 people. 1 teammate, so Alex is up the road with Maplewood, and I think it's either 2 Road Crew or a Road Crew and CycleX. Just kind of hang out in the pack. This was Alex's first crit in like 2 years. Decided to, saw Devin jump a little bit, figured I'd get on his wheel for either a free ride or, since Alex is up the road, slow down. And you saw, I think Road Crew, either Andy or John, and then Pastaria with Richard, start to form a little chase and bridge up to the front group. You can see Alex starting to go a little bit. Teammate gets dropped off the back of the break and chase group. So now there are 2 groups of 2, so 4 people up the road. That came together about right now. Just trying to see if the rubber band's going to snap. So now it's no teammates in the front. Gotta help chase it down. So at this point I figured I'd either just try and jump on wheels or help close the gap down. Can definitely see that there's 4 up the road. And hey, just like last time, if you don't like my commentary, well, put it on mute and just watch. Small little bridge attempt, didn't get very far. Close that down. Not really much of a concerted effort to really bring it back, but never getting too far. Another little bridge attempt. I think they make about half a lap and it gets closed back down. So the gap, I think, is vacillating between 15 and 25 seconds at this point. You can see, brought this bridge attempt back too. Not quite halfway through the race. Little teammate, bridge attack, sitting on a wheel. Try to get near the front and block it, but Nick put in a little dig and closed that bridge attempt down pretty quick. You can see slightly up the road that that group of 3 is dropping 1 person. Getting closer to the group, but don't close it down quite all the way. And I believe the 4th of that group, that breakaway, was caught and is now in the peloton. I think that was a Cycle X person. So now back to chasing the group of 3. Honestly, at this point, I thought Cycle X still had someone in the break, and Devin was kind of blocking, and figured I would just go for a bridge attempt. Unfortunately, coming up here on the sidelines, I have the one and only Carter Snow yelling at me, which is always some wonderful motivation. So getting close to closing down the gap and successfully bridging over to the breakaway group, and I was definitely hurting at this point. Wasn't quite sure if I was gonna close those last few seconds or that last little bit of space. Figured if I didn't close the gap at this point, then I was going to run out of steam and slowly get dropped off the back and swallowed up by the peloton. So put it in here. I think they may have pulled off the gas for half a second. Huge relief to catch onto these wheels, and decided to latch on to the back. So now for a while it's just the four of us trading pulls and trying to stay away. I think the gap was vacillating here again between 15, 25 seconds. The rubber band kept trying to snap it. Felt like a rather promising break. I had teammates, road crew had teammates, Cheney Window, Pastoria had teammates, all in the peloton. So I was pretty sure that we would be able to stay away. Now we had Carter yelling out time gap right there on the side, close to start finish. I think it was about here I really thought, okay, we're going to stay away. Got to put in the right amount of effort, but also aware that if we do stay away, those last few laps, Andy and John are going to start attacking the two of us. Time gap. Nice looking at those numbers go down. So just working on the controlled efforts, trying to stay away. It was about this point that it seemed pretty likely we were going to get caught. Still putting in somewhat of an effort, hoping that I can just make the snap. I think Andy had already dropped at this point, saw the writing on the wall. I looked back around right here, also said, all right, I think this break is over. And here comes the swarming washing machine. Not a whole lot went on the next few laps. Little attempts. Nothing really getting away. Just strung out, ramping up the speed. I will say I find the sped up version, the legs crack me up. Because it doesn't look like they're rotating, it looks like they're just pumping up and down. About right here, trying to find teammate Owen. Be the one sprinting for us. I think there he is. He said he's on my wheel. And then he went and got on Alex's wheel, which is a better lead out than me. And then about right here, there was two people slightly up the road, and I saw Devin start to go. Figured I'd catch his wheel. And as soon as he caught on to them, they seemed to slow down. I had some momentum and figured I would just go for a flyer. I know 2 laps on this course is maybe a fool's hope, and the thought process at the time, either I am able to stay away or the other teams have to do the work. Owen gets to sit on Alex's wheel and he gets to get let out by the other teams while I'm up front. Lap to go. Had some decent separation. Fool's hope was a little more hopeful, but got to about here, knew I was gonna get caught. My matches were burned. Here comes the peloton, chasing everything down, lining up for that final sprint. And hey, that was Tillis.